Michlik. What's going on? Jebb here, and in today's live stream, we are going to be talking about Dogecoin again, because if you guys didn't already see, none other than Mavericks owner, what's his face? What's his name?
Cuban.
Mark Cuban. Thank you very much. Completely ruined the intro. That was great. Went on Ellen DeGeneres yesterday and discussed about why she should start taking Dogecoin as payment. Today, none other than Elon Musk came out and christened himself the Doge Father. So we are going to be talking about Dogecoin again, and we are going to be proposing an alliance with all of our Dogecoin fans, and we are going to be talking about the man and who we're going to be attacking today. Guys, we have a lot to talk about. We're also going to be doing some analysis on Ethereum and talking about why Tim may be right on his $3,000 Ethereum prediction.
Come on.
There's also some big news coming out at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 2 p.m. Pacific Time from Facebook that I'm going to be trading. We're going to be talking about that later on. Lots to cover in today's live stream. We're not going to hold off too long. I am joined, as always, by your president, Touchdown Tim. How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good. I actually even compiled a list, guys. I have 7 names at the moment.
Yes.
And we're probably going to need to vote on which one should stick. Number 1, the infamous non-crypto Tim. I'm working on fixing that every single day, but at this point, I'm going to continue to claim the non-crypto part. Number 2 is the beard. Number 3 is your president, but as someone voted, or someone stated a couple videos ago, you can't just take in someone off the street and make them president. That's probably true. But that being said,
you kind of can.
it follows up number 4, which is the voice of the people. I think that's why I was voted president. Unanimous vote of 3 people. The 5th one is the Jebb Wrangler. That's a good one.
Yeah.
And then the two new ones, we got to decide which one sticks more. Is it 9 touchdown Tim or is it touchdown Tim?
It's gotta be touchdown Tim.
Let us know in chat what you guys think my name should actually be. That being said, we did make me a Twitter. Some people were asking about Twitter yesterday. So if you guys want, I think it's _beard. That name could change if touchdown Tim seems to stick around for a while.
You should go make that account just to lock that in before someone else does.
I can't. Maybe I don't know.
Someone will do that. I'm sure one of you guys will steal it and hold it ransom from us.
For that one.
That's a good point. You know what? That's a good point. Yeah. Anyway, we're also joined as always by our producer Smay. How you doing, Smay?
Yeah, I was waiting for you to introduce me.
I was waiting for Tim to get through all of his names.
Also, look at this, guys. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh my gosh. There's so many cameras. This is literally a 10-foot by an 11-foot room. There's 4 cameras and 3 large men in here. It's a weird room. Guys, we have a lot to talk. Tim, what are we discussing today, buddy?
That's a great question.
Let's do
So we are going to be diving in. Here's the thing about this channel. We have been known in the past to kind of poop on Doge's parade.
Yeah.
This is what we want to do. We want to take a step back. I know a lot of you guys.
Tim.
I know there's a lot of names
That's
still
great.
going. I'm not even looking at that anymore. We want to take a step back. There's a lot of you guys who love Dogecoin, who follow us, or maybe some of you guys are new. If you're new, welcome to the channel. We're glad to have you here. Some of you guys hate Dogecoin. We want to take a pause and actually stop and look at this from a new perspective and offer a peace treaty. Because we were talking about in our planning meeting today, the analogy we should be using is a classroom. All right, so centralized government, centralized bankings, the man, the system, whatever you want to call it, is like the teacher of the room. And they're supposed to be protecting us, but in reality, they're actually pretty cruel. I think everyone in life has had that one teacher you've dealt with that is just a pain in the butt and you wish you could do something about it.
Yes.
Here's the thing. We are not going to stop pooping on XRP. If you love XRP, I'm sorry. But you are like the kid who sits in the front of the class, who is the teacher's pet, who tattles on all the rest of the kids.
Brown noser.
So we are not going to apologize about that. Here's the thing, though. It was wrong of us to be pooping on Dogecoiners because in reality, Dogecoin, the reason that people are so into Dogecoin is because they hate the system too, and they're trying to find a different solution. So Dogecoiners are like the kid in the corner of the room trying to start a fire. We're not thinking that fire is the smartest plan, or at least the way they're going about it. But that being said, the enemy of our enemy is our friend. So therefore, if you are a Dogecoin fan, we want to apologize to you. We actually should be allies, not against each other. And we should fight against the teacher and XRP, the brown-nosing teacher's pet.
Yes.
So that is what we're talking about today.
We propose an alliance. We propose an alliance with our Dogecoin fans. Give us a 1 in chat if you like the idea of us, the crypto commentators, the Crypto Jebb channel, going into an alliance with the Dogecoin army. Guys, Dogecoin is, quite frankly, probably about to pump again, and that's one of the things we're going to be discussing in this stream. Let's go ahead and jump on to my screen, because I want to show you something pretty funny. All of you guys that are in Dogecoin, you will like this. By the way, we stand by our position that Dogecoin is a bad investment. However, trading it, there's a good idea here.
Especially in these next 2 weeks.
That's what I'm talking about. The next couple of weeks, there could definitely be a potential here. So let's talk about this. The value of cryptocurrency, Dogecoin, rises again after Elon Musk calls himself the Doge Father ahead of participation on a Saturday Night Live on May the 8th. You can see right here, Elon Musk said he is the Doge Father, SNL May the 8th. I will be watching that SNL for the first time in my life. SNL used to be funny, kind of lost its touch, but that's okay. It's going to be pretty funny because none other than Elon Musk is going to be on it. Let's go back to full screen. Let's discuss for a second what this might mean for Dogecoin. As a lot of you guys probably already know, Dogecoin has corrected somewhat from its recent high. We've seen Dogecoin, if I go onto its chart, rally all the way close to what, about 40 cents? Is that where it went? $40. I know a lot of you guys would love that. Its current all-time high is 45 cents. It's pulled back to 31 cents. It, technically speaking, and we're about to do the technical analysis here in a second, technically speaking, it looks okay, but the fundamentals are very clear. Dogecoin has a lot of adoption right now, and Dogecoin also has a lot of hype on the horizon. Tim, can you tell us a little bit about what you saw in Mark Cuban over on Shark Tank?
Okay.
In fact, we need to find that and clip that and put it on Twitter so that people can see that.
I want to. Okay, so I was telling the guys about this. So first of all, yesterday, as most of you who are following Dogecoin know, Mark Cuban was on the Ellen Show, in which case he in the show he talked about why he is even involved in Dogecoin. I do want to point out, nowhere in that interview, and actually nowhere in anything that Mark Cuban has ever said, has he said that Dogecoin is amazing, it's perfect, it's the best. But what he has seen is that Dogecoin is being used. It's actually probably the closest thing to being used as an actual currency right now because people are actually buying things with it and getting things back for it. That's why he opened it up for the entire Mavericks organization to be utilized in it, and that people can buy Mavericks paraphernalia with Dogecoin. And then he also tried to convince Ellen on the show to adopt it for herself and to take Dogecoin as payment. Here is the thing. What he is talking about is he is not saying this is a good project. What he is saying, though, is that, hey, as long as people utilize something and as long as people are willing to put their money into it, it's going to be a good project. And what I was telling Jebb was, my wife and I said this on the show yesterday, we've been watching Shark Tank recently. We were watching all the way back to season 2. And there's an episode where, I'm going to try to be as quick as possible. This guy's trying to sell this alarm clock that instead of making a sound, what it does is it cooks bacon. So you put bacon in it the night before, and then it cooks it at the time that you set the alarm for. Great idea. The Sharks loved it. They thought it was funny, but in reality, they offered, like, hey, this is going to start a fire. There's going to be lawsuits, blah, blah, blah. Mark Cuban was the only person who was interested in the project. He didn't end up buying it because he thought it was too much money, but he was interested. And when they asked him, what the freak are you doing? You're actually interested in, he said, listen, if you were to ask me how many people are actually going to use this that buy it, I would say maybe 10%. How many people are going to use it a second time? Probably 0. Here's the thing, though. People are going to buy it as a gag gift for like a dad because it's so stupid. And which the other shark said, oh, so you're saying you put your money into stupid projects? And he did not say no. He simply said, as long as people are going to buy it, I'll put my money into whatever. This is what you need to know about Mark Cuban. I think Mark Cuban is a very bright man.
Yep.
I think he realizes, hey guys, Doge is a meme coin, but as long as people give it value and as long as people keep using it this way, I will go ahead and take my money in it. And that's what he's going to watch as Doge grows. And don't get me wrong, I think Doge is going to rise, especially in the next 2 weeks with everything that's happening there. Dogecoin is going to pump. What's going to happen, though, is people like Mark Cuban, he is going to realize and understand when that peak is coming, and he's going to sell everything he has and takes his profit because Mark Cuban is all about money. Mm-hmm. I think he loves good jokes. I think he loves a good laugh. I think he loves this meme worthiness. It's giving him a lot of attention and news.
Oh, yeah.
But he loves money. And the problem with Dogecoin at the moment, and he even said this, is that there is no cap. And as long as there is no cap, it does have a liability. What we're saying, we want to apologize to you guys. Hey, listen, you can make a lot of it. If you're all about Doge, you can make a lot of money. Mm-hmm. But be weary of the fact that there are still problems there. But that being said, it is a fight against the system. There is this feeling in Dogecoin of like, listen, I've been screwed over by normal economists, by the central banking system. I want to make money. And so people have gone there with it. Like, and it's actually the same reason people go to Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano. Exactly. Because we're tired of this centralized, easy money from the banking system, and they're telling us what to do with it, and they're telling us how to control it. And in reality, they're just trying to get it for themselves. We want to have it in something else, and that's why cryptocurrency is so big.
Harry Dabbs actually just said, what about the money that the government just prints up? No cap on the US dollar. That's our point.
That's our point.
That's exactly our point. Thank you so much for saying that, Harry. Our point is this. Dogecoin and everyone who loves Dogecoin, give me a 1 in chat if you like Dogecoin because these words resonate with you. Anti-establishment. I want to fight against the man. I don't like the US dollar. I don't like being told what to do. Give me a 1 in chat if you're in Dogecoin and you relate to those words. Guess what? We relate to those words also. You and I, we're on the same exact team. And that's why we're saying we don't need to be fighting each other. We need to be in an alliance because, my friend, we have a common enemy. That common enemy is called fiat currency. And the problem with fiat currency is that, number one, it's centralized, and number two, it has no supply. Look at all those ones. How many people are here because they're in Dogecoin because they don't like the man? We don't like the man either. That's why you and I are friends. That's why we agree with you. We want to go and fight that man. In fact, our mission statement here is about taking back our destiny, taking control of our destiny back from those who stole it from us. You know who stole our monetary destiny from us? The people that are slowly and surely ripping away the value from the US dollar and other fiat currencies. Yes. Our chat is going insane right now with ones. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen our chat go this fast because everybody just agrees. Screw that. You and I agree. We don't like having our wealth stripped from us in the long run. You know why silver, this is a silver dollar. This is worth about $28 right now, whatever the spot price of silver is. That's an ounce of silver. You know why silver and gold have value? Because silver and gold are difficult to attain. For example, I've used this analogy multiple times, and Tim, you had an analogy on this earlier with a $2 bill. If I were to get married and I give my wife a diamond ring, she's going to cherish that diamond ring. What happens if I give her a second one? She's going to think, okay, that's cool, but, you know, I already have one. Doesn't mean as much because I already took one. What if I give her 10? What if I give her 100 diamond rings? What if I give her 1,000? All of a sudden, it's like, pff, whatever. I'm just going to wear one every other day. Each one of them has less and less value. That's what's happening to the currency that your government provides for you, is it's constantly being devalued. So everyone who's fighting against that and in Dogecoin, let me tell you something. I agree with you. You and I ideologically agree. I think, however, that Bitcoin is the better long-term play. That being said, Dogecoin has some fantastic trading opportunities, and that's what we're going to talk about here in a second. Tim, 30 seconds. Give us that analogy on the $2 bill or whatever you're about to say.
Well, yeah, okay, so the analogy about the $2 bill is my wife, for example, had all throughout college a $2 bill pinned to one of her picture boards. And I guarantee you, even if she was hungry, she was not going to grab that $2 bill and go down to McDonald's and buy a burger. She would take a $5 bill, or she would take her 10 or her 20, and those are worth more, but she just would not touch that $2 bill. Same thing with the half dollars, the coins. I remember having them when I was a kid, and I refused to spend those money on that coin on anything.
Because it's rare.
Because it's so rare, it actually has intrinsic value that is different than the normal dollar bill or $5 bill or $20 bill. What I wanted to say, looking at chat, we just had a long thing. First of all, if you're still spamming ones, please stop spamming ones. That it was great. Jebb was asking a question, but stop now so that people can actually see what's happening. But this is the thing. I saw a lot of people on a lot of different camps. Some people saying, "Listen, you can't. Don't tell people about Doge. Don't encourage Doge. That's a crap coin. You're gonna make them lose a lot of money." You could be. You actually are correct. But here's the reason why we say we want to apologize for pooping on Doge. Because here's the thing: for every single person out there saying you should not push Doge. Doge is going to ruin people's lives. As true as that statement is, there is somebody else who has made a lot of money using Doge because of the hype around it. But what we're saying is, let's do these camps. Bitcoin was the first one created, right? And the purpose of Bitcoin was to fight against this inflationary centralized currency that is fiat currency. Here is the thing. Let's go to the XRP issue first. XRP used the same style of blockchain, but it didn't change the problem, which was the centralized banking system. So that is why we still say XRP is a no-no. Could you make money off it? Absolutely. But long-term, you're not fighting the problem that blockchain was created to solve in the first place. Okay. Second of all, we go to Doge. While we might not really think that Dogecoin is a smart investment, and there's a lot of reasons why, I don't want to just poop on it because there are people who actually make money from it. But rather, we want to teach people how to utilize it correctly. Is it an investment coin? No. So if you are holding Dogecoin as an investment coin, I want to very kindly and respectfully tell you, you are making a mistake. And here's the analogy that I want to use for that. Let's pretend that we are all sheep, correct? Central banking system, the government, the teaching institution, like the educational institutions, they're like a shepherd that has been beating us relentlessly and abusing us.
Yep.
Here is the problem. XRP is the sheep that just goes and stands next to the shepherd and reports on what sheep are doing. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, coins like that, they are trying to find a solution to not have to deal with that one shepherd, but to actually fend for themselves. My fear about Dogecoin is you are tired of the abuse. Those of you who have gotten to Dogecoin and are investing in it, you are tired of the stupid centralized banking system, and you're tired of being held back, and you're tired of no matter how hard you work, it seems like you can't get ahead. But unfortunately, the decision you're doing by investing in Dogecoin is like leaving that flock of sheep and leaving that abusive shepherd to go live with the wolves. And unfortunately, what's happening is those wolves, they're very wise and they're fattening you up. They're not going to eat you on sight. They're actually saying, how fat can we get this sheep before we devour it? Yep. And that is our concern. So rather than running away and being an enemy with people who think that Bitcoin is the future or Ethereum, Cardano are going to do well, Dogecoin is not the enemy. Dogecoin is actually an ally. But unfortunately, if that ally goes and does its own thing and we just make fun of them, we ridicule them. Like, I don't know how many of you are out there are Dogecoin supporters. You've been that way for a while. But whenever you hear someone call you stupid or say, hey, you're making the worst mistake of your life, stop doing it, it actually cements you in your position to hold even longer.
Yeah.
We are on the same side. We agree with you on the problems with economics. Here's the thing. We want to help you make wise decisions. And until there is a cap on Dogecoin, it's not a wise move to go long route. Now, again, these next 2 weeks, and Jebb will agree, these next 2 weeks, there's probably a lot of money to be made in Doge. But the mistake would be seeing how much money you make in these next 2 weeks and then saying, oh, I'm going to stay here and continue to grow. There's no guarantee it's going to grow. And eventually, at some point, as we inflate it, just like the US dollar, the value is going to go downhill. And people like Mark Cuban who are pumping it and saying, let's do this, he's going to see it coming. And just like a wolf, he's going to devour you at the right time. So it's not an issue of don't get into Dogecoin. It's an issue of how you get into Dogecoin and how wise are you when you do it.
And here's the thing, guys, and I'll say this and we'll wrap it out. We have a couple more things we want to touch on, but then we're going to be moving on to some Ethereum technical analysis because Ethereum actually just set a new all-time high. Very quickly, here's what Mark Cuban is doing. Mark Cuban owns a lot of Dogecoin. He understands that Dogecoin is going to go into a big rally. Here's what Mark Cuban, the billionaire who knows his way around money and is a very smart man, is going to do. He's going to see it rally maybe up to $1. He's going to sell it because he knows it's not an investment. He's making a swing trade. He's going to sell it, and then everybody that's in it is going to get burned because it's going to crash. So be very careful. I don't want that to happen to you. With that said, we do want to go ahead and move on here. Tim, we are ready for some Ethereum technical analysis, yes?
Yeah.
Let's do it, guys. Ethereum just hit new all-time high, so if we will jump onto my screen, we will go ahead and start. Guys, Ethereum had an all-time high set back on the 21st of $2,644, and as of this morning, we have set a new all-time high of $2,734. This new all-time high run is quite substantial, and let me show you exactly why. Over here on this chart, you can see that this all-time high touch, if you're on the logarithm chart, sets a perfect uptrending level of resistance on Ethereum. You can see it right here. I will put it in red. This level of resistance has one touch here, and one touch here. Notice how we had a ton of trading going on down here on our uptrending level of support on Ethereum, but ever since about the 25th, that's about 3 days ago, we have just run straight away from that. We were down here at $2,200. We're now up close to $2,700 with this new all-time high being set. This rally is very important because right now Ethereum has two decisions. Either one, it can pull back below our previous all-time high, which I will turn to blue so you can see it as support. This level could potentially break and have Ethereum pull all the way down to this uptrending level of support around $2,200. That is one option. Or Ethereum could break its uptrending level of resistance right here and begin a rally up to $3,000, which is Tim's prediction for 9:30 on Friday, and I'm honestly inclined to agree with him. Because if we look out on the daily chart for Ethereum, some very interesting things are taking place. Let me show you. You can see that Ethereum crossed bullish on MACD exactly 2 days ago. We're also sitting at 68 on the RSI. What does that mean? That means that Ethereum is in an uptrend and it has room to run. It means that it's not overextended, but it means that it is powerful. If we look at the volume, we can see the volume is relatively low over the last 5 days, but in general, it's still been increasing as compared to what we saw a few weeks ago. We look at the TD sequential, there's nothing scary there. If we look at our moving averages, nothing to worry about there. And if we look at our Bollinger Bands, we can see that even though these Bollinger Bands are a little bit tight at the moment, they are widening in response to this rally that we've seen on Ethereum. Over the last 4 days, we have seen a 25% appreciation in price, and that is going to lead to expansion of the Bollinger Bands, and that is going to more than likely lead to increased uptrending movement and momentum on Ethereum. Here's another reason why I think Ethereum may go into a rally once again. Let's go back to full screen really quickly and let me discuss this. Number one, SNL, Elon Musk, Dogecoin. That's going to happen in about a week and a half. That is going to drive even more attention to cryptocurrency than is already here. Whenever people get into cryptocurrency, a lot of them, the first cryptocurrency they buy is Dogecoin. And then they start looking around and they're like, wait a minute, I like Bitcoin. Wait a minute, I like Ethereum. Wait a minute, I like Cardano. Wait a minute, I like XRP. I don't know why, but some do. In that case, we're going to see people get into the cryptocurrency space and they are going to look for Ethereum. We've seen that happen for the last 6 months. Influx of new people. Give us a 1 in chat if you have been here for 6 months or less. That being said, we also have something major coming up on Bitcoin relatively soon. I'm going to do a bit of Bitcoin technical analysis in a second, but I want to tell you really quickly what that is. If we jump to my screen, I want to show you guys something because this is actually some news that I'm going to be making a trade by later on today. Facebook's Q1 2021 earnings call. This is found on investor.fb.com. I will see if I can post that in the chat over here. The ones are enough, by the way. We can go ahead and cancel those out. Sorry. We can see April 28th, 2021 at 2 p.m. Pacific time. There is going to be an earnings call for Facebook. That earnings call, we are more than likely going to hear about Facebook going into Bitcoin. Let's go back to full screen. Let's discuss that. If that does happen, that's a rumor right now. We talked about that yesterday. If it does transpire that Facebook is well and truly going to be buying Bitcoin, that is going to drive a ton of adoption and a ton of interest into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, which is going to drive interest into Ethereum. Ethereum just hit new all-time high, and based on everything that we're looking at, it looks like the cryptocurrency market is backing it, and it looks like that might be going to $3,000 in at least the next week, maybe even faster than that. Tim, what do you think?
On Ethereum?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, anytime we get to here, again, this is my first name, non-crypto Tim. My opinion on this has got to be held in very much a little box. That being said, did we read that article yet that we posted? Because there's something interesting I found this morning. This is why I already saw it. I thought it was going to go crazy
expiry,
because in reality, I feel like the pullback that we saw last week was a lot of just FUD from the Biden news, right?
Yeah.
I think Ethereum was heading towards 3,000 then and just had a little hiccup from the Biden news, and it's back on track to go there. But if you read this article that Jebb is about to get into,
switch to the screen while Tim's talking.
I'm gonna let Jebb read it in detail. But the synopsis of it is, or in case you're wondering, does Ethereum go up? Does Ethereum go down? There's been a lot of what is it called? It's futures. What are they called?
Options.
A lot of times recently when options have affected our price in either Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, the problem is that the bears ended up winning. And so when the bears win, a lot of times when the option gets closed, the price goes down. In this circumstance, we are about to close, I think, on Friday, and unless there's a massive drop in Ethereum, which I do not see happening, I want to know if you guys see that happening, if the bulls win, instead of seeing a price drop in Ethereum, I think we're going to see a price rise.
Yep.
So I want Jebb to read this. I want Jebb to give his opinion because ultimately his opinion is more valuable than mine. That being said, from reading this and from thinking through it and looking at the charts, that I just think it's pretty unlikely that we don't get to 3,000.
There's a lot of bets on Ethereum right now. So let's go ahead and read this article. This is pretty interesting, guys. It's over on Cointelegraph. Bulls push Ethereum price higher ahead of Friday's $930 million options expiry. Bulls have a $115 million lead on this options expiry, a signal that Ethereum could be en route to new all-time highs, which has already happened, but maybe even higher than we've already seen. The last couple of weeks have been nothing short of a roller coaster for Ethereum, which oscillated between $2,000 and $2,650, 20% difference between those two. Caused $1 billion liquidation on long futures contracts, and it also drastically reduced investors' appetite for risk. And the ones that did have an appetite for risk went to Dogecoin. We talked about that earlier. However, as displayed above, the 28% gain over the last couple of days caused the open interest on Ether futures to reach $8.2 billion, which is just 5% below its April 15th record. We're going to break down what all this means in a second, so just hang tight. A similar event took place in the options market, which have grown by 45% since the March 25th expiry. The recent price recovery has been attributed to PayPal CEO stating that demand for cryptocurrencies has been multiple-fold higher than expected. This right here is not the point of this article, but this is big news, so I will make a side note. PayPal and Venmo and a lot of their other companies talking about and actually adopting and investing in Bitcoin has been a huge boon for the cryptocurrency space. PayPal has seen an influx of cryptocurrency trading going on PayPal, and they are definitely going to be big fans of it, which makes sense. Anyway, moreover, the net value locked in Ethereum smart contracts reached a record high of $54 billion, led by Uniswap, Compound, and Maker. Open interest soared, but 22% of it is about to mature. While the current $4.2 billion Ether options open interest remains at an all-time high of $930 million, of these are set to expire on Friday. As usual, Deribit Exchange, we're going to move on a little bit. You can see here there's a lot of calls going on at the moment, up here around $3,400 to $4,500 on this. This is the point of this article, however, down here at the bottom. Bulls have a decent $115 million lead. However, any expiry above the $22.40 level is highly favorable for the Bulls, who currently lead with $115 million in open interest. This difference favoring call options would double at $28.80, although that doesn't seem to justify a 10% hike in Ether's price. As for the Bears, the game seems utterly lost, as only a 17% miracle drop below 22.40 would be enough to eliminate the call options advantages. At the moment, there's little reason to believe that Friday's options expire will bring any surprise for Ether's price. Both Deribit and OKX settle at 8 a.m. UTC, and the focus of traders is likely to just move on to June options. So let's go to full screen and let's discuss. Here's how I want you to look at this. There's all kinds of technical jargon that just went on. If you're newer to cryptocurrency, don't worry about it. I want you to take one thing away from this. We are seeing, based on where people are putting their trades, that they're betting that Ethereum is going to go up. Technical analysis is a game of extrapolation. So if you've taken college algebra, then you will know what that is. Extrapolation is taking a data set. I'm going to do it over here. You take the data set in the past. Over here on the left, this is the past. Here's right now. This is the past. You take the data set from the past and you use that data set to make predictions about the future. That's all technical and fundamental analysis is that you're using the past to make a prediction about the future. It's called extrapolation. So what I want you to do is I want you to understand that technical and fundamental analysis is about getting in the minds of everyone else. You got to get in the minds of other people. Why do we look at inverse head and shoulders patterns and triangle patterns and all this nonsense? The reason is because everyone else is looking at it. If I'm looking at it and Tim's looking at it and Smay's looking at it and you're looking at it, then we're probably all going to trade by it, right? That's why in CT2A, the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, link down below, by the way, if you want to learn more about technical analysis, I talk about that in our video on mass psychology. The point of analysis is to get in everyone else's head and figure out how they're going to trade. So in this case, we can see, based on where these bulls and bears are putting their trade orders, that the bulls are bullish on Bitcoin, or excuse me, on Ethereum, and they think it's going to go up. That's why this is important, is because the bears are not as strong right now as the bulls, and we can tell because of where they're putting their options and because of where they're putting their trades. That's the point I want you to take away from this, is that on top of the technical factors we talked about earlier, on top of the fundamental factors that we've talked about with major adoption coming into cryptocurrency, the bulls are also still very bullish on Ethereum rallying, probably up to that $3,000 price target that I've talked about for the last 3 months and that Tim thinks is going to happen by 9:30. Give me your opinion on that in chat, and we will open the floor for a little bit of questions and answer while Tim and I discuss. Real quick before we do that, though, remember, we have a link down below to Bybit if you want to get signed up for the fastest growing, best cryptocurrency exchange in the entire industry, the one that I do recommend. I would highly recommend Bybit. It does have leverage trading. If you're newer to the cryptocurrency space, I would encourage you to use wisdom and not touch it until you're very confident in trading. That being said, if you are responsible, leverage is a very useful tool, one that you can definitely compound your results with. Be careful with it. If you want to sign up for a great exchange, Bybit is linked down below. If you do that, you will also be helping to support our channel because that is an affiliate link. Tim, what are your thoughts on this?
No, I agree with all that. I want to take just a second to take a break, let people ask some questions. And you are new to the channel, which I have a very good feeling a lot of people in here are new, or maybe this is early. You haven't seen that many of these shows on this channel. If that's you, welcome. What we do is we go till about 10:15 every single weekday from 9:30 to about 10:15. But if we get to 1,000 likes before 10:10, we will extend the show by 15 minutes to answer more questions. So if you have questions you want answered, the first thing is get us to 1,000 likes, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and we will extend the show. The other thing is, if we don't see your question and it was really good and you want the answer to it, we try to answer everything. So if we don't answer you on the show, email our support team at support@cryptojebb.com. and we will try to get back to you as soon as possible. So that being said, let's look at the chat and make sure there's no great questions we don't answer.
I have something. I think Jebb wants to let everyone know something about a specific thumb-shaped button.
Yes.
And I'm gonna give him a special angle for you guys. So.
Hey guys, I need you to do something, okay? Can you do something for me? That's not in focus at all.
It's focused.
Is it focused?
It's focused now.
I need you to schmishlik.
Smishly.
Schmishlik. Schmish the leak button. Schmish the leak button so that we can do something special. We have something special coming at 1,500 likes. The ISO is so low on that.
I know. This camera's all jacked out,
camera's so jacked up. That's hilarious.
It's all janked. Oh, I put the wrong lens cap on it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Guys, this is crazy.
So I want to respond to a question, and I'll let you chime in a little bit too, Jebb.
what the heck happened to
Tim Girding. Oh no, am I off? Oh no.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Let's go.
Tim Girding, he was asking me in chat. Tim, you were saying like you're gonna miss the boat on XRP. There's a lot of money making XRP. I do want to clarify. That was weird. Okay, I just
Nice
caught up.
and
What was
You're
happening
back.
on the camera.
We're good. We're good.
Here's the thing. There is money to make in XRP. And I don't think that to say that there's not money to make in XRP would just be lying and being very ignorant.
Yeah.
Like I responded to you in chat, in case people didn't see this reply, I am afraid that XRP will make money. And the reason for that is, and I'm sure Jebb's going to back this up, is that if XRP is successful, we have lost the fight and the reason for having this blockchain technology in the first place.
Amen.
Again, Bitcoin, which was the first one, was created by Satoshi Nakamoto because of the problem with the centralization of money and the power it gives one person or one entity.
Yes.
If XRP wins and if XRP grows and if Bitcoin and Ethereum or Cardano or other decentralized coins drop, it would be a failure by blockchain technology to fix the problem we have in this world. So why am I not going to invest in XRP? It's not because I don't think I will make money there. I'm not going to invest in what I consider the enemy of what we're trying to accomplish.
Yes.
Jebb, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, guys, at the end of the day, you have to... So many people walk through life just kind of winging it. And I want to encourage you not to wing it. I want to encourage you to spend some time seriously thinking about how you want to look at the world. It's called a worldview. It's called ideology by some people. What's your ideology? What's your worldview? For example, I am somewhat libertarian. I am a Christian. Those are certain things that color how I look at the world. Everyone has a worldview. Here's the thing. Your worldview can either be emergent and you can have nothing to do with it and it's affected by your situation and you don't have a conscious choice in it, or you can put actual thought into the way that you're going to look at the world and come to conclusions on your own. You can have it imposed on you, or you can impose your worldview on the world. You can say, hey, I choose that I'm going to think like this because of X, Y, and Z. Or you can sit back, take a back seat, and be a sheep and a follower of someone else. I encourage every single one of you to embrace your God-given ability to be a leader, a thought leader. You know, the thing that separates us from the animals is that we have the ability to make a decision in between two very important parts of our lives. Number one, this is something that if you've ever read the book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, you will be familiar with this concept. It's in chapter 1, Habit 1, Be Proactive. The thing that makes us human is our ability to decide how our stimulus affects our response. So let me back up. If I'm stimulated in some way, for example, I make a bad trade. That's a stimulus that's going to make me feel bad, right? My response could be, I could do that. Or I, because I'm human, have the choice that I'm going to decide like this. What does all this mean? Let me back up. There are stimuli that are going to be put on you. This channel is a stimulus. I'm giving you ideas. Tim's going to give you ideas. This cryptocurrency ecosystem is going to give you ideas. You as a human have a filter, and you can think about how do I want to use those ideas to better my life. I encourage you to use your God-given ability, your special innate human ability to think how you're going to respond to certain things. And I encourage you to pursue wisdom. I encourage you to pursue the process, not the result. This is something I was telling Taylor earlier today, is that the way you actually make money in cryptocurrency market, guys, is pretty simple. You don't chase the results, you chase the process. You don't chase making 1 Bitcoin, you chase, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to trade every single day, or I'm going to sit down and I'm going to read about blockchain every day for 15 minutes. You chase the process. Focus on right now. To put all that into one point, as far as I am concerned, the traditional banking system, the central banking system of our world that is inflationary by nature, that has embraced Keynesian economics, is not good for you. It's not good for me. It is bad for us because it devalues our currency, strips away our liberties, and destroys our futures. Bitcoin was designed as an ideological weapon against that, and that's why I love Bitcoin, is because it stands for something, and I stand for what Bitcoin stands for. If you stand for what Bitcoin stands for, or you stand what Dogecoin stands for, then let's stand together against that central banking system. Let's stand together against the man that wants to hold you down and slowly strip away your wealth through inflationary monetary policy. If that's something you believe in, then join this channel and subscribe to it. If you don't agree with that, then XRP is your token, but that's not what we believe in here. That's my point. What are we seeing in chat on that?
Yeah, a lot of stuff, going back and forth. I think we have some people like going against XRP, people defending XRP. Someone I saw a comment here that said crypto. I want to read it correctly. Crypto is the middle finger to the elites, all caps. Here's the thought. It can be. It can be the middle finger to the elites. The problem is with us bickering and fighting over everything. Should we go into XRP? Should we go into Dogecoin? Should we go into Cardano? Should we go into Ethereum? Are those against each other? Should it be DOT instead? Should it be Bitcoin? Is Bitcoin actually worth it? The elites are slowly but surely coming around to the thought of, oh my gosh, this decentralized system of money is actually so sound and so useful, it is the future, that while we are bickering over these little arguments, they're swooping up all the profits. They're swooping up all these numbers. Yep. Like during all that drop that happened, we've had a couple drops in Bitcoin. We've had a couple drops in Ethereum, Cardano, Dogecoin, all the things. When those are dropping, people are the elites who are getting educated more and more every single day on what is happening. Yep. They're starting to buy it up. And here's the thing. I think a massive problem, no matter where you are politically, whether you are far right, far left, the middle, whatever, if you are not one of the elites, there is this problem of, it seems like no matter how hard I work, or no matter how hard I apply myself, the rich seem to just keep getting richer, while the poor seem to at best just be staying still, if not moving down.
Yep.
It's because, read the Bitcoin Standard. We talk about this book a lot.
I think every single
Please
stream.
read that book.
Yes.
Because the reason that happens is not the left's doing something, not the liberals doing something, it's not the conservatives doing something. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the instability and softness or easiness of money ever since we went off the gold standard. Bitcoin and decentralized finance was made not only to put a cap on money so that we actually have value to it, but is also made so that the power is not in the hands of one entity, but is in the hands of many. Someone said earlier, oh, Tim, like we need governments. Absolutely we need governments. but we need governments that are controlled by people,
not governments that control the
governments.
people. And that's exactly the analogy that we want to make in this stream. And this is really the whole point of this stream. If we were to boil this whole stream down into a nutshell, I want to give you an analogy. The year 1776, you, me, Tim, Smay, we are the colonial. I'm from North Carolina. Tim's from Virginia. Smay's from Massachusetts. You're from South Carolina. We have two options because there's a war going on. We don't have a choice whether or not the war is going on. It's happening. That's the era that we were born into. So we have an option. Either one, and by the way, we were born into the North America, into the 13 colonies. We weren't born in Britain. We were born in the 13 colonies. The war's going on. We were born in the 13 colonies. We didn't have a choice over that. What we do have a choice of is whose side do we join? We can join the British, who, sorry for our British friends, but this is your history. We can join the British, who want to have control over the 13 colonies and be tyrants. Or we can join with ourselves and we can fight amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
Or we can join together and fight the British. Right now, guys, we have a tyranny over us. We have governments that don't have our best interests at heart. They feign they do, and they use us and manipulate us to get into power so that they have the power themselves. We don't have governments that serve us. We have governments that serve themselves. And the reason that they're able to do that is because they have control of the money. They have control of the monetary supply. Every time that 2% inflation happens year over year on the US dollar, that value isn't disappearing. Value in an economy is not created or destroyed. Excuse me, it's not destroyed. It can be created, but it's generally not destroyed. It's transferred. It's transferring from you, who's holding US dollars and losing 2% of it at least to inflation every single year. Where is it going? It's going to them. That's what Bitcoin was designed to create. So we have an option here. We've already ruled out the option. We don't want to join the British. We don't want to join the central banks and everybody. We don't want to join them.
To be fair, in 1776.
Yes. We don't want to
No
join.
problem with British now.
Yeah, we love the British now. Great. You got your tea. We got our coffee. We're cool. We don't want to join the British. We're at 1776 watching. How about that? Anyway, I guess I'm making my point. Well, here's the thing. We have an option now that we've ruled out that option. We have two options left. Either one, those 13 colonies, for example, Dogecoin, Ethereum, ADA, Bitcoin, all these colonies, if you will, we can fight amongst ourselves, or we can rally together under a banner and fight. And that's what I'm calling for us to do today. It's not for us to bicker about whether Dogecoin or Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano is better. I'm calling for us to join together and fight against the system that Bitcoin was created to fix in the first place. And that is the point of this stream. If you want to do that, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel because everybody else on YouTube, a lot of people on YouTube are talking about pump this coin, pump that coin. That's great, guys. Let's go make some money in cryptocurrency. There's nothing wrong with that. If you want a fancy car, you want a fancy house, don't let anyone tell you for a second that you can't go and do that and there's anything wrong with that. You go make your money and you make your bread and you have your fun. That's great. But let's remember why we're here in the first place. We are here in the first place because Bitcoin and cryptocurrency was designed to make the world a better place by liberating us. So let's not fight with each other. Let's instead fight together against the person and the entity, the central governments and the central banks that don't have our best interests at heart so that we can be liberated. That's my spiel. That's my manifesto.
Yeah. No, I mean, we've said it again. We're not going to even continue to repeat it. Here's the thing. Wrap it all up. We want you to have power. We don't. This channel is not about us having power, about one person having power. Someone said the elites have a lot of power. There's a lot of manipulation. They only have as much power as we give them.
Absolutely.
And the beauty of Bitcoin is that we can control the power. The beauty of blockchain is that if we do it right, we can control the power. That being said, guys, it is 10:10. We are getting very close to wrapping up, which means we have 5 minutes to get to 1,000 likes. Yep. I think that means we have 250 left to get if we're going to extend the show to 10:30. So if you want to ask more questions and hear more about what Jebb has to say or what I have to say or what Smay has to say, someone commented, Smay, you've been really quiet this stream. Yeah. Real quick, talk to the people because they love you.
Hi, guys. How are you guys doing today?
Short to the point.
There we go.
If you want us to see the show extended, hit the like button. That being said, though, before I move to updating people on what's happening with the price predictions, because people have been asking in chat about that, Jebb, do you have any last very short quote, like Smay time quotes?
Let's see. Fools think they are wise. The wise know that they are fools. There's a quote for you. Remember that one.
Chew on that. All right, well, so here is where we are at. So for those of you who are new to the channel, every single Monday at 9:30, we set our predictions for what Cardano, Ethereum, and Bitcoin are going to look like on Friday at 9:30. And someone asked earlier, who does it look like it's winning? It's a really tight race.
There's
a lot of stuff. Those of you guys who know, Cardano Africa's happening tomorrow. The Ethereum options just closed today, or they're closing Friday. Bitcoin news tonight. Facebook is going to be announcing where they put money. That's the rumor that Facebook's bought Bitcoin. All of this information is game-changing information. So when people ask who's going to win on Friday, we still don't know.
Yep.
And that's kind of the point.
Yep.
But just giving you guys an update. So Cardano, if you guys are looking at the chart, it is sitting currently at $1.30. All right, so that would mean technically speaking, Jebb's in the lead because Jebb said $1.33, Smay said $1.45, and I said $1.70. What do you guys think? Despite the fact that Jebb's in the lead, I have a feeling that is going to climb very quickly. So I would like to think I'm still sitting very pretty. But if it doesn't, Jebb's got that set up.
Or I don't know, maybe it can climb and go to 145.
I don't
know. Like you just didn't even mention that.
Join Team Jebb. Join Team Jebb.
Anyway, on Ethereum is currently sitting at 27.15, and we have watched that over the last 2 days. It just keeps poking that new all-time high, comes back down a little, poke that new all-time high. I think we're going to continue to see it go up. But that being said, at the moment, Jebb is sitting pretty with his prediction of $2,628. Unless something massively happens, I don't see Smay winning that one at just $2,600 flat.
Because it was cheap and got $28 more than
At the end of the day, though,
I made my prediction before I ever heard yours, Smay. I don't want to hear it.
That being said, it all could be irrelevant because I believe, and I think a lot of you guys believe, that we are going to see it push closer, if not surpass that $3,000, which was my prediction. Let us know in chat what you guys think. And the last one is Bitcoin. This one is one that I am hoping I lose at because, as I told you guys, in the past couple of weeks, I always predict a high thing and then Bitcoin disappoints me. So this week, I'm the lowest predictor, and I'm really hoping I'm wrong. That being said, it is doing what I said it was going to do. But at the moment, with Bitcoin sitting at 54,811, I am actually in the lead, and we will see what happens with that because my prediction was 55,000 flat. Jebb said 55,500. For those of you who didn't know, there's a resistance level sitting right around 55,400, which my prediction was going to keep bumping its head on that, which it's been doing, and not be able to break through. Jebb thinks it's going to break just north, but we'll see. That being said, this Facebook news could be a game changer, in which case Smay might swoop in for the win, where he said 59,000. He might be low. I don't know.
Swing in for the win, huh?
Swing
in. The smangatang. Swing with the smangatang.
Let us know in chat. What do you guys think? Where do you guys think we're standing there?
Guys, unfortunately, we did not hit 1,000 likes. We'll have to try harder next time. That's okay. But guys, we are going to wrap it out. Before we go, I do just want to give you a couple of little tidbits. Number one, if you want to learn how to actually profit in cryptocurrency markets, don't get caught up on your goal of hitting 1 Bitcoin. You want to do that. Let me show you how. Here's how you do it. You focus on getting 1% better every single day. You focus on incremental improvement, and then you can become like all these people that are making a ton of money in crypto. I want to give you a tool to help you with that. It's called the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. It's linked in the description box down below. It is the academy that I created over 2 years ago and have been updating ever since, with which 3,500 people have gone through. Full 14-day money-back refund guarantee if you decide it's not for you. Make sure that you sign up for Bybit with the link in the description box down below. Helps out the channel when you do that. That is an affiliate link, so we do appreciate everyone who signs up with that. Disclaimer, leverage trading is not for you noobs. We love our noobs, but get wise. It's got to be careful with that. Guys, also make sure to follow us at CryptoJebb on Instagram and Twitter, if I can speak. And if you have any questions, shoot us an email, support@cryptojebb.com. All of those links are in the description box down below. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. That is going to wrap it out for today's live stream.
Before we go, I have something to say, guys.
Smay has something to say.
Setting the clock so the like button can go up.
Listen, guys. I'm stalling. Hit the like button. Hurry.
Hit the like button.
You got like 10 seconds. Do it now.
You got like 10 seconds. Do it.
Please, guys, hurry.
I'll give you like 10 seconds.
Oh my goodness, guys, come on.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun.
I don't like that name.
Dun dun. I'm going to give him a second. I'm going to let him try it. We got 50 likes until we extend it. Oh, we might hit it. We might hit it.
Come on, guys. You can do it.
You can do it. It's 15 more.
I did this for you.
Smay did it for you guys.
I'm going to get fired after this.
No, hey, they did it. It's 1,000. Okay, we're going another 15 minutes. Let's go.
You're welcome, guys.
first thing that we do. Okay, since we're starting the show, first thing we do need to
You
cover.
got it by 1 second. It literally hit 1,000 likes, and a second later, it turned 10-16.
Oh my god,
That was close.
Nice.
All right, 15 more minutes.
For those of you who unfortunately got sucked into, we tried to release a video last night because the other
we
day
forgot to talk about that,
Jebb did a collaboration with BitBoy talking about the recent FUD and potential manipulation that's been happening in the crypto sphere. We have never. This is a whole new level of technological problems with our company. We didn't even realize this was going to be a problem. Unfortunately, because we come in the office, we work every single day from 7:30 to 3:30. So we had it stamped to go out at 7:30, and we thought everything was fine. Unbeknownst to us, for some reason the video didn't finish loading. So you guys had this thing. It said it was going to premiere at 7:30, and then it just never went live. We are so sorry. Some of you guys, I want to cover for Smay. Some of you guys blame Smay. That has nothing to do with
Was not Smay's fault.
Smay is not the editor. He's the producer.
Yeah, people were blaming Smay. It wasn't Smay's fault.
So those of you
goobers.
show Smay some love. It was not Smay's fault. The truth is, if it's gonna be anyone's fault, I will take blame for it because it is my job to make sure that stuff happens. What we have done is I'm gonna make sure from here on out that at the time we say videos are released, I'm gonna make sure it's being released. We'll never have that problem again. Thank you for sticking with
It
us.
was totally Smay's fault, said Tristan.
We're probably
Goober.
are we gonna release that here at literally 11 o'clock or
I
something?
think so, yeah. I think we're about to
if you
upload
guys
that.
want, there's a price prediction for Bitcoin on that Jebb and Ben talk about. If you guys want to see, we're going to release that about 11 o'clock. So, Zach, if you're listening, go ahead and start making sure we're good there.
Yeah.
Anyway, that being said, what are your guys' questions? What can we answer?
I have a question. Chat, would you like to join Team Jebb and hashtag cut the beard, chop the tree?
No.
Let's put it in chat. Hashtag
Swing with the Smay.
cut the beard, chop the tree. Let's hear it. Oh my gosh. Guys, we have something special at 1,500 likes that we might still be able to hit. I don't know. I didn't expect us to even hit 1,000 today. Maybe I should, be more bullish on the like button. But nevertheless, we are going to wrap out the stream for the next 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Want to be specific with some questions and answers. Thank you, guys. I see a lot of hashtag cut the beard, chop the tree. Let's go. Give us your questions in chat. Let's discuss. And also make sure you subscribe to the channel. We are fast approaching 100K subs. If you agree with our message here, subscribing to the channel is the best way to support us. We thank you very much for doing so, everyone who has done so
And
today.
guys, continue to hit the like button, guys. The like button is still there. Still needs to be
The like button might still be gray on your screen.
Hey, listen, guys. If we hit 1,500 likes, there's something special.
There is.
For my girl, Krista.
Yes, there is.
Woo!
There is something special going on at 1,500 likes for Krista.
A couple things that I looked at right here. Good questions, so I want to answer you guys' questions. Where did it go? Oh, man. Hold on. Let me find it real quick. There's a lot of chat. All right, so this is Freak Style Fighter. First of all, Freak Style Fighter, thank you for coming in here every single day. We see you all the time. But he says, could you please go over the daily RSI tops we noticed? The downward daily RSI top we noticed. Coach Jebb, I'm assuming, are you talking about Bitcoin? Or are you talking about Ethereum and Cardano? I'm looking right now.
What exactly did he ask? I can
There's a
look at that.
downward RSI, and he says on the daily,
We can look at Bitcoin. Yeah, let's go ahead and jump to my chart. We'll look at Bitcoin real quick, guys, since we're going into overtime. We need to call this segment overtime. I like
let's
this.
do it. I don't care.
Cool. Guys, so this is what Bitcoin looks like right now, and I actually meant to talk about this, so good thing we went into overtime because I had something I forgot to talk about, and that is obviously Facebook's Q1 2021 earnings call is coming at 2 p.m. Pacific time. That's 5 p.m. where we are. That's in 7 hours for anyone watching this live. That's in 6 hours and 41 minutes to be exact when that goes live. So when that happens, if Facebook announces that they're in Bitcoin, you could probably expect Bitcoin to jump, I don't know, maybe a lot. A whole lot. Here's where I think it's going to go if that happens. Bitcoin is sitting right below the 20 daily EMA. For everyone who's gone through the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy, linked in the description down below, you will know there's a video down there talking about the 20 EMA. I talk about this because it's very important. The 20 exponential moving average, which is this moving average I'm flickering on and off right now, this moving average dictates whether you're in an uptrend or in a downtrend. Ethereum, as you guys saw earlier, is very clearly in an uptrend because it's above it. Bitcoin, on the other hand, we're currently below it. We're testing it as resistance. So I want to see it get above this. If it does, humbug, there's a trade opportunity. I don't know where I was going with that. There's a trade opportunity. What we need to look at that, what's his name? I'm sorry.
The Freestyle Fighter?
Freestyle Fighter. That's a great name. He was talking about this RSI down here. You can see RSI bottomed out around 30 not too long ago. We saw it bottom out many times in the last several months. This is going back all the way till September. The last time that we bottomed out at 30 on RSI was over a year ago during the COVID pullback in March of 2020. We've seen a big jump on RSI. That's indicative that Bitcoin is attempting to recover. Here's the thing. Bitcoin needs to get above 50 on the RSI for it to confirm an uptrend. In the same way, it needs to get above that 20 daily EMA to confirm an uptrend. Well, guess what? If it jumps in the next 2 to 3 days, we may see a bullish MACD cross. All of these factors could lead us straight back to all-time high and beyond. I am going to be entering a long trade probably 5 minutes before Facebook goes live on their earnings call with about 10x leverage over on Bybit. So you can sign up with Bybit in the description down below if you want to follow that trade with me. I'm going to be looking to see if Facebook announces that they're buying Bitcoin. I'm going to sit in that trade until the stream is over. If they don't announce it, I'm exiting it. I'm jumping out. But I'm going to sit in that trade and hope that they announce that and the price skyrockets and it breaks that. Let's go back to full screen and let's discuss. Tim, what's up?
Real quick, I
know
just
you
want to
got
say,
something.
in case you guys are wondering, Satoshi Nakamoto joined the chat.
Really?
So that's quite an honor.
Whoa, the CIA's in the chat, baby.
Yo, Satoshi. Good to...
Good to meet you.
We good to meet you. Yeah, we
Yeah,
like you.
we like you.
I got a good few questions for you, but good to meet you.
Yeah. No, I want you to finish your thought, though, on what you were saying, and then there's
I
another
pretty much
question
did.
that was lined up I'm going to ask you
I finished my thought. What's up?
Okay. Well, okay, so someone asked,
You can join Bybit with the link down below, by the way, guys.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Womp.
The question someone asked, and he's 100% right. I don't remember who asked it exactly, and I probably can't dig to find it. So forgive me. I don't remember the exact person that asked the question. We used to talk about DOT a good amount.
Yeah.
We have not talked about Polkadot in a minute.
It's true.
That doesn't mean that we don't like it. That doesn't mean we don't think it's good. So,
It's
real
my
quick,
favorite cryptocurrency, by
yeah,
the way. 'cause I don't
give
know
your
if people
thoughts
know.
about Polkadot, Jebb, and maybe look at the chart for a quick second.
We can look at the chart. Smeg can give his thoughts on it. I haven't looked at it
go for
recently.
it.
Okay, so I'm gonna admit, since it's been a little bit since I've been the researcher, guys. I was the researcher
Yes.
at one point, and I was a little bit more informed than I am now. But what I will say is, from what I gathered when I was looking into Polkadot, I really like the fact that its focus isn't, because I feel like a lot of altcoins, they're just really obsessed about trying to take over the currency sector. We're gonna like take over the banking system, decentralized finance, all that stuff, right? And that's cool. There's a place for that. But I feel like if every project's trying to do that, eventually, it's like, well, there's gonna be one or two winners. That's just how it's gonna be. Polkadot is like, it's purely recreational. Like our goal is, we're gonna make a new internet.
It'll do well in Colorado.
You were gonna make and that's why even though they haven't had any big news on NFTs, I suspect that Polkadot is gonna be in the next 5 years the leading NFT platform.
Ooh,
because that
that's a
sounds
prediction.
right up their alley in terms of recreational decentralized app building, which is why I like it a lot.
That's a prediction and a half right there, guys. Talking about Polkadot potentially being the #1 NFT platform. Tell us what you think about that in chat. Guys, let's go ahead and jump on over to my chart because I want to show you something. In fact, we're going to play a game. The game's called Spot the Difference. We are looking at what right now? We're looking at Bitcoin. I'm going to switch the chart. Now we're looking at Polkadot. Now we're looking at Bitcoin. Now we're looking at Polkadot. Look at the RSI, look at the MACD. Bitcoin, Polkadot. Bitcoin, Polkadot. You get the point. Bitcoin and Polkadot have an identical chart right now, which means that their technical analysis is more or less identical right now. The only difference is Polkadot doesn't have potentially a Fortune 500 company about to buy a ton of it at 5 o'clock tonight. So that being said, these charts might diverge. If you're looking to trade one of them, I would look into Bitcoin today, not Polkadot, just because Polkadot, again, doesn't have Facebook looking at it. Potentially, again, that's a rumor that we will hopefully confirm later. But the charts look identical. So if you want to see my technical analysis on Polkadot, go back in the stream, watch what I said on Bitcoin. It's literally the same thing. Let's go back to full screen.
Yeah, this question gets asked very frequently, and so we're going to answer it again. Some of you guys have heard this answer to this question, but someone asked, am I too late to invest? What coin should I invest in long term? We see these questions all the time. Jebb, go ahead. We have the same answer, but go ahead.
So, this is a great question. First of all, if you're a crypto noob, I want you to know that's a term of endearment. We don't call you a noob because we're hating on you. I love our crypto noobs. Tim's a crypto noob. He started turning into a crypto amateur because amateur comes after noob.
Take that.
He's getting there. He's doing good. Give some love to Team Tim. If you're new to cryptocurrency, that's a fantastic question. That's the question you should be asking is, what should I invest in? That question entails that you are searching for knowledge and wisdom and information, which is good. That's what I want you doing if you're a crypto noob and you just got into the space. I don't want you looking and saying, what can I do to make $500 million in the next 5 minutes? I want you looking and saying, what should I be in for the long term? Because delayed gratification is the way in which very successful people became very successful. Behind every overnight success story is 10 years of work that you never saw. I want you to do that 10 years of work because I genuinely want you to be successful. You're not going to get rich overnight. You might. It's called winning the lottery. It happens. But if you do it slowly and you do it right, you will retain it. There's an old saying in business that says those businesses which become profitable and grow very quickly become unprofitable and fail very quickly. But those that build solid foundations and take their time generally last a lifetime. So here's the thing. If you're looking to invest in a cryptocurrency, I always encourage, and by the way, I'm not a financial advisor. I don't know your situation personally, so I would encourage you to get a CPA, that's a certified public accountant, or a financial advisor of some kind. There's all kinds of them out there. Preferably one that knows the first thing about Bitcoin, because a lot of them don't. Just be careful on that. You got to be careful who you're talking to. Just because they have some fancy letters before their name doesn't mean they know what they're talking about. I am not a financial advisor, but I do always tell people that if they're going to invest in cryptocurrency, I always recommend putting at least half in Bitcoin. I've given you this advice before, Tim, because Tim is turning into a pretty major cryptocurrency investor. I always tell him, always keep at least half of your portfolio on Bitcoin. Why is that? Because Bitcoin is the safest bet. Might not have as big of returns, but it, as far as risk-to-reward ratio, has the best risk-to-reward ratio. What's a risk-to-reward ratio? How much risk is in investing in something? How much potential reward is there? Statistically, you combine those two, you get something called a risk-to-reward ratio. It's something we teach in the academy. The link's down below. Bitcoin has the highest one because it was the first, because it's the first blockchain. Satoshi Nakamoto, who's in chat, might be able to tell you a reason or two why it is more than likely going to retain its status as the top dog of cryptocurrency. Bitcoin isn't going anywhere. In fact, Bitcoin is the George Washington of this revolution against Britain that we talked about earlier. Bitcoin is going to stay there. If you're looking to invest in other projects, though, I think Ethereum and Cardano are fantastic projects. And in fact, I did a video, what was it, yesterday or the day? It was on Friday. I did a video on Friday. Maybe it was Monday. I don't know when.
They run together, man.
The days really do run together. They really do. I made a video talking about what I would do if I had $2,000 to invest in Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. Go back on our channel, and we also posted on Instagram. So go ahead back on our channel and watch that video. I would recommend keeping at least half in Bitcoin.
Yeah, and I want to real quick add on that. I've told this story, so some of you guys have heard it. I got involved with Bitcoin for the first time when it was sitting at about $11,000. So that was back last August of 2020. So my wife and I were even looking at charts yesterday, and we were looking at this, and she was looking how a couple months before, I think it was sitting about $5,000. And she's like, oh man, like, oh, if we had just gotten in it when it was at $5,000. But then we backed it up, and you look at the previous places where we see it was only at like a couple $100. And then you see places where it was under $100. And I was like, man, if we had just... There will always be that, man, if I had just done it before.
Yep.
But here is the thing. I'm looking at the price right now where we are sitting at 54,000, pushing closer to, we have an all-time high of 65, and I'm very glad I got it at 11,000. There will be a day in the future where people look back and they say, man, I wish I had gotten in at $54,000 because it's sitting at blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely.
That's why the answer is no, it is not too late. I do want to answer... There was a question asked.
We got 90 seconds.
90 seconds. Oh, man. So someone said they missed the end of yesterday's show about the 7 touchdowns. The first thing...
Touchdown Tam.
He is right. It is not easy to score 7 touchdowns. I actually scored 9 touchdowns. So
he's got Al Bundy syndrome.
It was good. My wife was talking about that even the other day. I played on a team. Nice. I was the running back. And our quarterback wasn't that good. I probably got, for those of you who know football, I probably had an average of between 50 to 60 carries a game. I was the star of the team. That being said, the point of the story, in case you guys are wondering, because this got all jumbled, was don't focus on the wins, focus on the losses. I had 9 touchdowns and 1 fumble, and my takeaway from the game was Tim, stop fumbling.
Yes.
So that was the story to that. We'll take one more question. Jebb, I'll let you choose it because I think that you'll wrap out the stream and we'll be
Let's
closing.
see here. What good questions do we have in chat?
Well, real quick, someone asked, is there a way to gift CT2A for someone? I don't know if we have it written up, but email our support team and we'll come up with one. If you want to gift CT2A, which is our technical analysis course, we will get that done for you.
We will figure out how to do that. Yes, go ahead and do that. Someone did say Litecoin is undervalued. I disagree. We can get into that into another stream if you would like. I think it's overvalued, if anything.
Roasted.
I wasn't trying to roast. I'm just being honest, but that's where the best roasts come from, I suppose. What's your number to retire early? Doesn't exist because I don't want to retire. This is the question I'll wrap it out on, actually. Here's the thing that I think about retiring. Number one, if you want to retire, you go do that. I have a reason for everything I do. We all do, but I know what mine is. I want to make the world a better place. At the end of the day, guys, as a Christian, it would be better for me to just go and be in heaven. The only reason that I would want to stay on the earth is because I have other people to serve, because I have other people to do good for. So when you see us on stream and we're talking about being humble and we're talking about serving others and we're talking about making the world a better place, just so you know, that's our actual heart. That's not marketing. That's not us being fake. That's me being real. I want to make the world a better place. I want to uplift people. I want to free people from the shackles that have been put on them since birth and open their eyes to the destiny that was laid before them before the foundations of the world. That's a poetic way of saying I want to help people. That's why I'm here. I don't want to retire because I never want to stop doing that. Because retiring, a lot of people think of as leaving a job. I don't think of it as leaving a job. I think of that as leaving my purpose in this world, and that's what my purpose is. If you can get behind that, then smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're fast approaching 100K subs. Guys, that is going to have to wrap it out for today's live stream. Congratulations on extending it by 10 minutes and going into overtime with 1,000 likes. Guys, that is going to wrap it out for today's video. Before I go, though, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.